Now, this is a very difficult story, um, mostly because there's a lot of misinformation out there or unconfirmed information, and people are just running with all kind of different theories on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. People saying it's sacrifice, and but I'm here to talk about what we can confirm. But let's start right here. Welcome to TstreeT Controversy. Please subscribe.
Tonight has become a mystery in Mexico as a Charlotte family tries to find answers into how a 25-year-old wound up dead.
Well, conflicting reports now have them wondering what really happened at a villa in Cabo San Lucas. Morgan Francis tonight spoke to the family and joins us now here in the studio. So, Morgan, when did all this happen?
Alicia, this happened about 2 weeks ago. Shanquella Robinson went to Mexico with her friends. She arrived early on Friday the 28th, and her family says the next morning she was dead.
It was supposed to be a fun, long weekend for 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson and her group of friends who went to Cabo to celebrate one of their birthdays.
She told me they had a chef. They was getting ready to eat. They was eating tacos, something, salad or something they was eating. And I said, well, okay, I love you. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again, and she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamondra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
And the autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Say that she had been, she had a broken neck and her spine in the back was cracked. She had been beaten.
Salamondra says the entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her daughter's body there. Nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 later, her body is back home. But answers have been hard to come by.
I know that's not going to bring my child back, but I want something done about it.
Queen City News has spoken with officials at the U.S. State Department in Mexico who refute the claim that Robinson was murdered, saying the police's initial indication is that there was no clear evidence of foul play. Here in Charlotte, her family refuses to believe their daughter's death was an accident, and they vow to find the truth of what happened that night in Cabo.
She had a heart of gold. She loved everybody, and pretty much everybody loved her.
So here are the facts. They blamed alcohol poisoning. The friends blamed alcohol poisoning. She was 25 years old, hairdresser from Charlotte. Took a trip to Mexico, Cabo San Lucas, on October the 28th. And within 24 hours, Shanquella Robinson was dead. According to reports, she went on the trip. Basically, there were 7 friends, 8 in total, including her. The maid found her in the bedroom, but she was moved from the living room to the bedroom. See, I guess what I'm saying is facts are hard to come by, because it's one of those things where there's a lot of hands in the pot and it's a lot of social media outrage and so much has been coming out. So I'm trying to stick to the facts here. But the FBI, as of November the 18th, has opened up a case. It's now November the 21st. So let's read this. The family of North Carolina woman found dead last month in a vacation rental property in Cabo San Lucas is still looking for answers more than 2 weeks after her death. Shanquella Robinson traveled to Mexico on vacation with her college friends from Winston-Salem State. We're going to listen to the mother and the father, by the way, later on in the video. Her father, Bernard Robinson, the mother's name is Salamondra Robinson. Father Bernard Robinson told CNN on Thursday, according to the elder Robinson, his daughter last spoke to her mother, Salamondra, on the phone on the morning of Friday, October the 28th. Okay. A copy of her death certificate obtained by CNN affiliate lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. Let's go ahead and do a little Google search on what that is. I like to do my investigations live here As you can see, I got a lot of tabs open. Okay, so what is this? Upper neck vertebrae, I'm guessing, something like that. She pops up. Basically, she had a broken neck, which is instability or excessive movement in the uppermost neck vertebrae. The document states she was found unconscious in the living room of the rental residence on October the 29th. So she went there on October the 28th. Her mother spoke to her. The 29th, she was dead in the living room. The death certificate classified Robinson death as accidental or violent, noting the approximate time between injury and death was 15 minutes. Video posted online appears to show a physical altercation inside a room between Shanquella Robinson and another person. It is not clear when the video was taken or if the video depicts the moment she suffered the fatal injury. Now, if you got a chance to see the video, what you notice on that video is that she's not fighting back. That person that's attacking her, people are trying to say that that person is transgender. I haven't been able to confirm that. Can somebody confirm that down in the comments? You see at one point in time, she gets like swung down to the ground and her back almost hits like the edge of the bed. Like it's like a sharp corner of the bed. And I can't show the video here on YouTube for obvious reasons because rest in peace, Shanquella is butt naked. Now, maybe she was too drunk to fight back or whatever the case may be, but she didn't look all there from what we saw. Now, I've experienced a situation where a girl got beat up by some friends, you know, at a party. This was back in college, Cheney University. They were all hanging together earlier in the day. And then later on, you know, there's one girl, you know, she got beat up by her friends. You know, I've seen it happen multiple times. You know, that's why you see and you hear some women say, I don't like hanging with other girls because they, you know, whatever the case may be, this woman shouldn't have died. Now, my theory, before we listen to mom and dad, is that, you know, I don't think they meant to kill this girl. I think that, you know, somebody was beating her up and, you know, it's being rumored and said, alleged that another woman who wasn't in the video got involved and ended up choking her and throwing her to the ground. Like, you know, I'm hearing the term choke slam, basically. And, you know, the way she may have fell, broken her neck and her back, allegedly. Now, what makes it even worse is it took place in Mexico, and it looks like the Mexican government didn't want nothing to do with it. It's like, let these motherfuckers go home, get out of our country. I mean, get out of here and, you know, let America handle this. But the fact that so many, all these 7 people or so are being quiet, it raises a lot of questions like, what did you have to do with this? Let me read the rest of this article here from CNN. It's not clear when the video was taken, or if the video depicts the moment she suffered the fatal injury. Bernard Robinson confirmed to CNN is his daughter seen in the video, that it is his daughter seen in the video being thrown to the floor and beaten in the head. It is unclear what led to the altercation or how many people were in the room at the time. It is also unclear if anyone tried to intervene. The FBI Charlotte field office confirmed to CNN in an email Friday that they have opened an investigation into Robinson's death. No charges have been announced, and authorities have not released the names of Robinson's friends. Bernard Robinson said Thursday that his family is waiting for additional information from his daughter's friends and Mexican authorities. This is a quote from him. "You took my only jewel from me," he told CNN by phone Thursday. "You have put a big hole in my heart. The only thing I can do is fight for her. I cannot let her die in vain." Now, take your time out, like the video, subscribe. We're going to listen to an interview from mom, from an interview that she had on CBS News. I'm not going to be able to play the full video, but you can listen to the audio. And it's going to be pretty lengthy. It's going to be pretty lengthy. But she's talking to Dana Jacobson here, and the beautiful Anne Marie Green. She used to work in Philly. And let's go listen to her. And then we're going to dissect this. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe.
Imagine the pain and the anger that you are feeling right now. And I know you want answers. we mentioned that you were initially told that your daughter had alcohol poisoning. So can you talk a little bit more about when you first found out that your daughter had been hurt, had died, what you were told, and what made you question what you were told?
Well, I received a call on Saturday saying that my daughter was sick and that she had alcohol poison, but her doctor had never arrived, so I don't know where they had got the alcohol poison from. So at that time, they said a doctor was on the way to examine her, and she wasn't responding as they told me. Said she was resting a little bit, but she wasn't all the way responding as normal. So I told them to keep me informed, and I wanted to know why they couldn't take her to the emergency room. They said because they needed $5,000 cash to be seen in the emergency room. And I said, well, she has insurance. And they said they didn't take insurance by being out the country. It was a little different. So at that time, I told them just keep me informed, and they did call back, but they still saying it was alcohol poison. So by later on that evening, they called and said that Shanquella had passed. And at that point, you know, it just took my heart, crumbled up, you know, just knowing my child was gone, and I couldn't get there to her, could not do anything. And they said the medics came, 3 medics came, and no one couldn't do anything, couldn't save her. But I believe Shanquella was already passed, had already passed. But later on that next day, I got a call saying that they was over there fighting Shanquella, saying they don't know why they was putting on alcohol poison, say Shanquella, they was jumping on her.
Who called you?
And these were the friends that she was with.
So the friends that she was with said it's not alcohol. They initially said it was alcohol poisoning, and then they said, no, it's not. There was a fight.
There was a fight. This was a phone call that I received that it was a fight. So the video had to be out before they actually come back to Charlotte.
So there's a video on, for people that don't know, there's a video that surfaced on social media that's very disturbing. You've seen this video, I know. Did you get a call from the police at any point about what they found?
Oh, I never received a call from the police saying what they found.
Or an autopsy, anything like that?
Later on that week, that Thursday, we received the call. That was the autopsy saying that her death had nothing to do with alcohol. Say she had a cracked spinal, and say her neck had been broken. So that automatic let me know that she were jumped.
So did you, at that point, have you spoken with the friends that were with her since then?
I spoke to the friends, like they had, when she actually passed, it was on a Saturday evening night when they called. But I talked to them, I think they'll ride back home maybe Sunday or Monday. And I talked to them like on Tuesday and Wednesday. I talked to them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And they kept on saying there was never a fight. There was never a fight. So I didn't believe any of them stories. So after we received the autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her. And so that took it to a whole nother level because, they're saying that it was alcohol, and alcohol was not the cause of her death.
Yeah.
They jumped on her over there. And if you see the video actually shows that she was not fighting nobody back. She didn't even have a chance. All of them sitting there looking, no one sat, tried to stop it. She had nobody over there to help her,
So this
there was nothing she could do.
This is a video that's circulating on social media. Just to clarify, when you saw that video, did you think that was your daughter?
Yes, that was my daughter.
Okay. Did the friends talk about the video? Did they acknowledge the video in any way?
No, never. They never acknowledged the video.
As far as you know, obviously, because this has happened in Mexico, which complicates everything, the Department of State has issued a statement saying that they're aware of the reports. What do you know from the Mexican authorities and even the Department of State about where things stand then? You mentioned the autopsy report. What have you learned?
Well, I know I have learned now that they are looking at it as murder.
Mm.
And I was glad to hear that.
This
Let me read this report from the Department of the State. We are aware of these reports. Protecting the welfare of U.S. citizens overseas is among top priorities. Out of respect for the privacy of those involved, we have no further comments at this time. State Department spokesperson. Yeah, those people are in trouble. Somebody going to tell on somebody. You know, those who were involved. And it's sad because, you know, all of them are probably going to go down. Because, you know, they're going to be like, okay, who was in the room? Who found her? Did you all find her? Like, you know, the jig is up. Like, it's up. It's up.
This, you know, so often it is mothers that really sort of push and push and push. And I know this is hard. Your daughter, I want you to tell us more about her. She is obviously not just a headline in a story. Tell us about your daughter.
Well, Shanquella was sweet, very kind. She had a heart of gold. She loved everybody. She didn't mistreat nobody. Never, no one could possibly ever say anything bad about her because she was a good person.
Was she close friends with the people that she went on this trip with?
Well, all I know that she went to college with them. That one of the guys supposed to have been her best friend. And he had went on family trips with us. You know, and he'd been to the family house. We all been on trips together, you know, just good time. And I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
Have you heard from him since all of this happened?
Yeah, he came to the house 4 days in a row until he found out we knew what the autopsy said.
And you haven't seen him since?
Haven't seen him since.
And Salamondra, have they given you any sense of a timeline? As far as I know, you said that they're investigating this now as a murder, but have they given you any sense of a timeline as to when you may hear more from them?
No, they just said they're still working on it.
Well, we want to acknowledge, we mentioned that you've seen the video. The reason we've chosen not to show it is it is disturbing. We can't verify the authenticity of it at this point. As you mentioned, you saw it, you believe that's your daughter. But we appreciate you sharing your story and what you believe happened. And as Anne-Marie said, it is moms who often do fight for their children that never give up.
We hope you get the answers that you're seeking.
And this is what I was talking about. Like, that's just so, my bad. I was watching Van Damme stuff. There's just so much, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so many conflicting stories, you know, and just so many people just, we don't know what happened. You see stuff like the truth about what actually happened. We don't know the truth about what actually happened. You know, and I've been combing. There's not like too many details. Everyone's saying the same things over and over and over again. But let's go listen to our father and what he had to say.
It was they attacked her, man. It wasn't no physical, but they attacked her, man. I mean, it seemed like from my daughter was asleep, man. You know, for all of them to be in that room, and then you know they come in there like I don't know, she woke up or whatever. The way it seemed like they attacked her, man, and she naked, man. You know, for a father to see that video, man, because my daughter's not a fighter, man. She's not a fighter, not at all. For them to do what they did, man, it just seemed like it was a plot because they couldn't have did that over here, man. They couldn't have did that over here, you know, where her friends, all her friends are. You know, it wouldn't have went down like that, man. They don't realize, you know, what they done done, man. They just robbed, they just put a hole in my heart, man. That was my only child. I'm just heartbroken, man. You know, I can't even be a granddaddy. Can't even walking down the aisle, man. Can't even hear a voice. Can't even hear say daddy. Mom, you know, can't even say daddy. Can't even hear say grandma. You know, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know what this done to me. Just don't know, man. You just don't know. Just don't know. Just don't know. You know, I thought she'll be burying me. Not me burying her.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to getting justice for your girl?
They get charged for it, ma'am, and they go back over there and do the time, because that's where they did the crime at. And they left her there, ma'am. They left her in that house, ma'am. They left her there for the maids to find her. Don't you know how much of pain my daughter suffered for the injuries, that she took? She was smaller frame, man. For them to sit there and try to get her no help or nothing. I just want justice, man. I'm just angry, hurt, sad, all in one, man. All in one. And I've been dealing with this from day one when I got the phone call saying that she had passed, man.
When you say you want them to, of course you want them to be arrested and to serve, but the life sentence, is that what you think that they should face?
Yes. They took a life, ma'am.
I can't even imagine having to go do time in Mexican prison, But yeah, somebody's definitely going to go down. They're going to go down. Her funeral was when? Let's see, a little video here.
It was all about remembering Shanquella Robinson from France. The Charlotte community came out to Macedonia Baptist Church. Her funeral 3 weeks after she was found dead in Cabo, Mexico. But with questions still surrounding her death, the message today was about seeking justice and finding the truth. Both Nikki Hauser and I were inside the funeral today. Nikki, it was emotional, a packed church. What do you remember from today?
Right, Brandon. It was really special that we both got that opportunity to be inside that service today. And as you know, along with all of the singing, all of the prayers for peace and for the family was another theme, seeking justice, truth, and answers for Shanquella.
It make you want to just get down on your knees and pray for this family.
Hundreds packing into Macedonia Baptist Church Saturday in Charlotte.
That could have been mine. That could have been my child.
As family and community remember Shanquella Robinson, a Charlotte native who grew up in this very church, whose death is now the center of 2 investigations by Mexican authorities and the FBI. While Shanquella's parents say her friends told them she died of alcohol poisoning in Cabo, Mexico, an autopsy showed something different, a cracked spine. And a viral video also showed an apparent fight.
We came to ensure that there is enough people putting pressure on the entire system to do what is necessary to get justice for this young woman.
Among the mourners this weekend, activist Tamika Mallory, who spoke during the service and promised to get answers in Shanquella's case.
Losing a loved one in the heinous way in which has happened to Shanquella, there probably will never be peace for them, but there cannot just be an unopened situation. It has to be closed with truth, and it has to be that there is accountability for those who are responsible for her death.
As they wait for the truth, they hold Shanquella close in hearts, in memory, and in prayer. Brandon, we do also know that the family has put up a GoFundMe in Shanquella's honor, and already with international attention, they have raised over $327,000. In West Charlotte, I'm Nikki Hauser, WBTV on your side.
International attention. Here is a video that came out from a Nazir Wiggins. Supposedly he was there. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I'm thinking I'm going to turn up. My birthday was the last week, October 22nd. Y'all can see that because I've been on my page. So I'm like, let me extend my birthday, and I'm going to go to this trip. Because I got asked to go on the trip in June, but I didn't reply because I didn't know what I was doing for my birthday since the next birthday was the next week after mine. So, where I was at? Oh, yes, I left on Saturday. The trip was from Friday to Monday, October 28th, 29th. I'm thinking I'm going to turn up. My birthday was the last week, October 20th.
Really a bunch of nothing. But now I'm telling you, somebody going to roll. Somebody gonna tell. You know, and my theory is still the same, that something went wrong. You know, it was a fight. Maybe she wasn't fighting back, but whoever was beating on this girl, they went way too far. Here's a video of her. You know, new video surface of Shanquella Robinson excitedly telling her so-called friends to change into their bathing suits before she was attacked. She walked through the hotel looking for them as they plotted in a different room on her. It was a setup. Hotel looking for them as they plotted in a different room. Was this a setup? Do y'all think that's what it is? You know, that they was like, you know what, we're gonna kill this bitch. Like, I don't, you know, I think, you know, but then again, they could have been planning a whooper. But like I said, you know, I'm not going to go into too much speculation because there's not, you know, I'm going by like the details, and there's a whole bunch of people, including myself, that, you know, no new details.
It don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What?
I'm gonna keep it hot. I got suits that I don't want to wear because it's cute as fuck.
They, what Go said, they croup.
Yeah. the one that's like mediocre is in my check-ins. I can't wear them.
Yeah.
And let's go watch the rest of these right here.
I say it in the video. Everybody can hear it. Everybody know. Everybody that know me heard me say the shit. That was my first video when I got there. Or second, because I made a video of he pulling up to the villa. But he was cutting up the guy. I'll get the timestamp for y'all, but that's not gonna work. So I guess the real FBI or whatever had to put those right timelines together. But I'm gonna start with the NCB. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told it was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. That's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I put on soft music. Summer Walker rubbing her head till the nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said a nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm really not understanding. I say that.
Looking real dicey. There's another video.
So we made it to the living room. I cut him. And then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find.
So see, he probably gonna be the first one because, you know, what we can say from what the parents have said, and I'm guessing they had the official reports, you know, like now she slumped over the toilet. Like none of this don't make no sense. They're going down.
Her slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there. Yeah, boom. Okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Quilla. I see she chilling, I put her on her side. I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that Quilla get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do. ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Quilla, let's get up. I see cooking, that's it. But I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass, what's going on? Like, could they know? And nobody even told me about nothing. I was blind to everything. I'm literally in there giving her my all. Like, come on, girl. We was 2,000 miles away from home. 2,000 miles away from home. Don't nobody deserve this. Don't 51 questions. Bro, why is y'all talking about boys that y'all kill y'all friend? I wasn't there. I don't have those answers for you from Friday to 3 o'clock when I got to Cabo. I just don't have them answers. I posted my flight itinerary. When I got there, I can't make that up. I can't. I really don't know what else to do but show y'all fucking the real tickets if I could even find them when I landed and didn't land. But I could post the video. I could show the video. It's gonna show the timestamps because it's in my.
Yeah, we need to see them timestamps, homeboy, and I'm guessing the FBI going to be on them timestamps too. Take a time out, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. This is me right here. I'm going to be following the story, so the next big development that comes up, trust me, I'm going to be following it. We're going to be finding it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.